Welcome to the Scott's Case Files channel. I'm Scott of Scott's Case Files, and these are my awesome players who we haven't seen in weeks now because of
It's been an entire year, Scott.
it has been since last year that we saw these wondrous players. It first was plagued by a technical difficulty day, and then we kind of bumped that up to holidays, and now here we are. So yeah,
Tech
and then
Day,
yes,
then Turkey Day,
then Turkey Day,
Goose Day.
just a lot of holiday action going on. And then next week will be, I'll be on vacation and incommunicado. But after that, we're going to be going solid. We got some solid scheduling going on here. I'm just dying to see what's happening to this crew and what they're going to do, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. So let's introduce my awesome players. Let's start over here with Brian.
Hello, darlings. I know you've missed me. Mwah.
Yes, they have. And Jason.
Oh, what? Me? Wait, am I on camera?
We're recording this. This is live. Fuck it, we're going live.
All right, I'll send you an invoice for my cut later.
Oh, yeah. I will definitely give you a percentage of what I make off this. You're good.
Points of the gross, not net.
Excellent. We also have Steve.
Hello.
Man, a few words, but when he talks, you better goddamn well listen, is my motto. I have that tattooed somewhere, actually.
Or a big rock's gonna roll over you.
Or something.
Rock and roll, everyone dies.
Oh my god. Don't tempting. So yes, and last but not least, we have Aaron.
Hey everybody.
Awesome. Yeah, we're all glad to be here. Good to see the crew. Look how refreshed they look. They've all made bail, everything's fine. And we can continue on. So hopefully you guys are kind of refreshed, and you remember the subplots you're kind of coming up with way back when. I think we posted those somewhere on Discord if you've forgotten. But I was hoping, just for the sake of doing stuff, we could kind of go over them. I figured I'd start to give you guys some time to get your thoughts together. So the plot that's potentially in play is that probably Arizona would have heard, Arizona or Mac, depending on the contacts. There was a shipment coming from elsewhere to Night City of science supplies. Basic. Your kind of your technical gear, scanners of various types, etc., was ambushed on the way. It was basically being transported by nomads. It was ambushed on the way, and all but one were killed, who got away and basically is there to tell the tale. When last you saw them, the raiders were kind of taking pot shots at some of the stuff to practice their sniping skills. So at least some of it's destroyed, but as far as we know, a good portion of that's intact. There's a potential resale, there's potential reward from the company that was supposed to get them in play, so that's a potential target here. So who would like to start with their subplot addition? Any volunteers?
These are the ones we covered at the beginning last time too.
Yeah, but of course, with the technical difficulties, they no longer exist anywhere. So I figured we'd go back over.
It's a do-over.
It's a do-over. It's a mulligan. I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure what a mulligan is, but I'm gonna have to look that up. But it's a do-over. Yes. How about Brian / Knock Knock is always just revving out to get out of that freaking gate, man. If Brian was a bull, he'd be the one that's going to fight the matador and can't fucking wait to get out there and gore the motherfucker. So yes.
Actually, guys, I am very excited because I've been working on these subplots for a bit now, for the past couple weeks. So
now
nice.
I do want to put out, this is the 100 words or less version, not the 2-hour montage version.
No, this is quick and dirty. So Knock Knock was walking down the street, and actually saw their father on the TV, Damien Leonidas, and their father is the owner of You Belong to Us Corporation. You Belong to Us LLC. And he's announced that he's running for mayor of Night City and that his biggest agenda is taking out the Who Goes There killer. But at the same time, when Knock Knock saw all this, of course, filled with rage, Knock Knock's head hurt. And Knock Knock's out of drugs.
Oh, Jesus. That's where we want to see Knock Knock.
But here's the other thing is that Knock Knock didn't tell anyone, but Knock Knock's been blacking out.
That's what we need.
So, and when we're going to come to, Knock Knock's club is empty. Remember how I told you guys it's always a party? That club is empty. And Knock Knock is passed out in the middle of the floor.
All right. So that's where he begins his adventure. Or they begin their adventure, excuse me. All right. Cool. Awesome start. I like it. Who would like to go next? Any volunteers, or should I just go down the line?
Let's go down the line.
All right. How about Mac? What's your subplot that's potentially coming into play?
Oh, well, probably as a result of spending all this time with Hugh. Yeah, it's all Hugh's fault, clearly. And thus appearing on FYYL broadcasts and that, it seems very likely that the old biker gang leader, Johnny Flash, has been able to figure out where I'm hanging out and has gotten a lot closer to me lately. I mean, you know, there was a slight misunderstanding. You know, a few words were said that shouldn't be said. You know, $50K worth of drugs that may have just, like, I don't know. They must have misplaced them somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I didn't put them in my backpack and my messenger bag, my purse, and saddlebags, my bike, and and in my squat. I didn't do that. But also, it wasn't really the things on my bike. It was Johnny's bike, and I thought they gave it to me, but apparently they want it back, and I'm like, no take backsies. And so it's totally unreasonable. But Johnny is like, Mac is a poo-poo head. And I'm like, what? Me? No. And so Mac doesn't necessarily noticed it, but a few people have noticed where Mac tends to be and who's Mac's hanging out with, and Mac's hanging out a lot with Hugh, and you know, like I mean, it's Night City. There aren't any grapevines, but you know, the underground dark web networks have been whispering a few things back to Johnny, and I don't know. Maybe Johnny wants to come, meet up with me and like make up, and we'll BFFs forever.
Yeah, that is absolutely the probable outcome to the situation. Cool. Excellent. All right. How about Arizona? What's going on with Arizona?
So Arizona's been having trouble with a local booster gang called the Brass Tigers. They're sort of Oriental, but they more copy the culture than actually live it. They want me to be their personal tech, and I see that as kind of like a dead end. To success. It's just not going anywhere. So I've been trying to keep them at bay, although their threats are getting a little bit more forward. And then I received word that my family, specifically my father, Akon, he's ill and needs medical care. And meanwhile, he's in the hands of You Belong to Us, who are the ones who, hold his, they're basically enslaving, the rest of my family.
And now, is it a debt thing? Like you're in debt, so that we just own you until you work it off?
They're indebted wage slaves. Yep. And so I need to try and make arrangements with a, fixer or with them somehow to get a doc to see him because the corporate overlords aren't paying for it.
Gotcha. Fair enough. All right, cool. How about Hugh Huntley?
All right. So Hugh and his brother Corked, who's the Netrunner, they've been investigating now for some time connections around the companies or the companies that they suspect were behind taking down their family pharmaceutical company, Requintado. And as part of his most recent lead, he went to go talk to a former Requintado employee, one of the legal counsel who now works for a competitor. And when he got to her nice, classy, shiny apartment on the river, found her kind of torn apart and it seems overdosed with one of the drugs that Requintado was most famously known for, called Voir. And uh, so basically, he's lost his one contact now to probably the most significant piece yet of proving which companies were behind the takedown of his family's company. And don't know exactly if Ashley, who is the legal counsel who works for Jordan and Jordan now, if Ashley's actually still alive or not, because the nature of the drug of War is it ends up curing a lot of stuff. So that scene basically ends with him throwing up and getting out of the way as medical teams run in to grab her. And I would imagine now, contacting Corked and giving him the status update. But
Gotcha.
something big is up. And I'm going to add to this too, something that I didn't say before. There's somebody he catches on site, and kind of like casually walking away, is somebody from FYIL who works in operations and cost control, and his nickname is Rubber Boy. So I have no idea why he'd be here.
Interesting. Good times. Cool. So, awesome. I mean, that was again kind of one of my visions for this campaign is kind of like a sandbox, open world. The people do what they're going to want to, but also at the same time, I found quickly that it's important we all have plots going on that you guys can latch on to. Kind of creating your own stuff in a vacuum isn't very quick or fun necessarily. So this is kind of bringing these subplots is a good way to kind of churn things around and give you guys something to latch onto, that kind of thing. So that's my goal, at least. So with that said, before I forget again, I'm gonna do the intro movie real quick because I'll always forget. And then when we come back, we'll start things off. See you in a second.
Original title is for the book, though, but it's actually the sequel to it because it's happening. What's happening to that character after the events of that?
Having a spirited discussion about Johnny Mnemonic, both in movie form and in literary form, both. Yeah, and as a personal note, I actually liked that movie. It was panned by so many people, but I actually enjoyed it a lot. There was a lot of depth there, I think.
I ain't gonna lie, I like the movie too. Oh, you guys can laugh at me, but I like iRobot. I'll admit that right now.
Okay, I'm muting you and taking you're out of here.
I know it has nothing to do with the short story, but I like the certain elements of the idea of of how AI progresses and goes to, can it lead its own society? Can it go on to be like man? I like those themes. Just the acting is very cheesy.
I get that. Cool. All right, we're all here. So let's see. So we've kind of started the other sessions kind of separately, like what do you as we learn kind of how each of the characters, got, their morning routine, their party routine, or relaxation routine, as I should say, party in the case of some, and kind of like a work day thing. I think we also did. Today I was wondering, I was thinking of starting like, together. How do you plan as a team? We really kind of the name of the campaign is Reclamation Road. So you're going to reclaim something at some point, theoretically. Was on a road, perhaps, or a side trail, or a rugged terrain of some sort, perhaps. But yes, so that's a big part of what you do, is trying to make some freaking money, and not just on your side gigs either. So, with that being said, what do you guys do? Where's a good meeting place when you all do get together to kind of plot and scheme and try to make some cash? Where are you at? Where's like the meeting place that is like safe, available, accessible to all of you, and etc. Where is that?
Knock Knock's Club?
I was going to say either Sheila's pad or a diner.
Ooh, a diner.
I think last time we went to Sheila's, we got in a small fight.
I'm leaning towards a diner. I think that would be
small,
interesting.
non-newsworthy fight.
What would everyone else like to have?
Yeah, something that Hugh would gravitate towards something that's close to the studio. It could be the diner, but it's not a have to, because it's also high traffic in that area too. It's just as far as that availability or ease of access, that would be the easiest to access. But if we're looking for something safer, maybe it's a more of an abandoned part of town, or
is that safer?
Well, warehouse, I don't know.
No, drug users don't hang out in abandoned places in the city. Come on, get out of town. No.
Maybe it's like one of those cafes, and they've got kind of a deal or understanding with FYYL, and so you can bring a couple of people into like the back room.
Oh,
where it's kind of private.
I love it. I love that idea. I love it.
You can like bring your crew in, like get a bite to eat, grab some coffee or whatever, or you can do like your quiet, confidential interviews and then go out by the back door.
I mean, we are sort of employees.
Yes.
And a cafe is a good place to get it. Good place to indulge in. Number one tip for streaming RPGs: stay hydrated.
Oh my god, is that the number one tip?
Say that every week.
I don't know.
I love that. I love that idea.
Okay,
I'm in favor of this.
The number one tip is have internet service, I guess. But
hydration is good. Please do stay hydrated on water, not Everclear like Mac does. We're good. Cool. All right, so you're in a back room of a diner. I have to think that this is like a quick service diner. So like they're only barely like heating stuff up. Like it goes through like under microwaves on a or something like it goes like under microwaves for just a couple seconds as it's going down this little conveyor belt. Like you order it, it squeezes some sludge out onto a conveyor, goes under the thing. By the time it comes out, it looks kind of like a sausage or something, and then it falls into some like pita bread that's actually mostly cellulose, just like today's, and then like gets popped into a package along the line, and next thing you know, you're picking it up and it costs you a couple euro.
It costs extra to have it 3D printed into some form that's recognizable.
Yeah, for your creature comforts. Yeah,
Yes.
printing options. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, so yeah, say it's automated with like a tech on site. Maybe that's also attractive to Arizona. Another a little extra, tech on the side type of thing.
Right.
But yeah, and then otherwise you're in the back room. There's probably like the person who keeps it clean, that kind of thing. Ooh,
Manager,
yeah, manager if there is such a thing.
shift supervisor.
Dr. Arculari says, or maybe a road, a randomized orientation augmentation domain. I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
You're blowing my mind, man.
you're blowing my mind,
Or-
man.
It could just be the barista who's actually been there the longest.
Yeah, it's like they're the manager by default.
Nobody actually ever told them that they were, but
Or paid them like a manager.
or gave them a pay raise.
So
The
it's
company just let that happen.
it's very much present day. Actually, this is I really need to cyberpunk this up somehow, but that's all I got really. Yeah, so you're in the back room. I'll say it's like it's kept generally clean. It smells probably of like cooking ingredients, like oils and stuff like that. That have been strained and more often, as often as they should have been. Probably that aftertaste of the je ne sais quoi of cleaning supplies that theoretically keep bacteria from just inhabiting the place completely. It's probably darkish. There's a few tables back there for like the interviews that Arizona was talking about, with like little, and you can see like spaces where like tripods can be set up. It's like there's actually like little divots in the ground where you like put your tripod into, and it's already like set for that interview position, that kind of thing. There was it?
I say you quickly learn of Hugh's habit of absentmindedly grabbing for the cleaning supplies and kind of like cleaning everything and dusting it off before he sits down anywhere back here.
Before he sits down, and knock dusts and cleans everything after he sits down, after he leaves. Don't want to leave any materials behind. All right, so there you are, surrounded. You're probably munching on a kelp burger, or some reconstitute, cane toad lollipop. Yeah, you have your we aren't quite sure what it's made of, fries, but it has a general viscosity of potato, more or less, etc., etc.
They're carbolicious.
Carbolicious, yes, that's probably exactly the tagline.
It's just fried starch.
Probably like formed in little stalks, like So there you are, feasting on the delicacies of Night City as you sit around your table. No one else is there. It's a quiet news day, or maybe it's a extremely exciting news day when there's not really anyone else there. The manager, he apparently has had his fair share of accidents here. He's actually wearing a medical cyber arm. Probably got too close to the slicer because they don't give training on that like they should. There's no HIPAA fucking laws in Night City. So yeah, he's missing almost all of his arm, and it was replaced with a medical replacement. A no frills medical does the trick, etc., etc. Oh, and before I break everything, I want to show you guys. You are the first outside my home, my household, to see one of my Christmas gifts, and it is wondrous.
Ooh. Look closely, everybody.
It's a prop of the Dune Chris knife from the first movie.
What?
It's
impressive.
Yes, it's actually
Like a real prop?
Yeah, it's resin. It's resin.
Oh my god!
Modeled after the actual prop used in the movie.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool, dude.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, now you're the first to see.
Ooh.
In preparation, I've been reading all the Dune books in preparation for eventual Dune campaign. But that's another thing. We're doing Cyberpunk Red now and loving the hell out of it. So yeah. So I'm sorry to break that. I was very excited. I want to share with all my peeps. You being my peeps. You 4 plus Dr. Arculari. Anyway, so yes, you're there. The managers kind of come in here and there, and he by this point he recognizes all of you. Like probably the first time he saw like Arizona come in, and he sees a freaking another Ford. That he's like, he probably stopped you, and he's like, who the heck are you? But now it's like you guys have carte blanche here. It's like, oh yeah, you're with Huntley. Yeah, he's still on the payroll, so are you, and you're good to go. And he just kind of goes past you. Every now and then he does that hospitality thing where he asks if you want anything, but he has zero intention of actually getting anything for you. But that's what the manual says he has to say every 20.2 minutes. So there he goes. So yes, I've set the stage. Please take it. My Actos. No pressure.
And one thing to add, I think I have a name for our diner. If we didn't already say it, it could be based off of an old classic diner, the Salt and Pepper Diner, except it's the Salt and Printer Diner.
Oh, apropos, as they say.
When you said old classic, I'm like, is it going to be Alice's restaurant?
And it might just have like a lot of memorabilia of John Mulaney, the comedian, decorating the walls.
Or John Mulaney.
Or John Mulaney himself.
Alrighty.
So there's a picture of a horse next to a picture of a hospital, right?
Yeah. Leading a dog, or a dog leading a horse. I can't remember how that goes.
So before we get it up, everyone was talking. Knock knock all of a sudden just looked at everyone. Blood trickled down their nose. A little shock went right here. And they said, I have to go to the bathroom. And they took off to the bathroom.
Is he okay? I mean, are they okay?
Like, have they ever been okay?
Yeah, what am I asking? I kind of set myself up for that one. So what's going down? What's new? I need money.
I wouldn't mind being out of town for a little bit, and there's a job on the road.
What kind of job?
Fixer clued me in that there's a shipment of scientific instruments that have been hijacked by some nomad gang. And I look over towards our favorite nomad Mac.
Who was the gang?
Mac, any ideas? About
Nomad pack
5 miles from Night City south.
That hijacked something? That could have been anyone, really.
It matters,
Oh, I mean, I don't want to, be stealing it from your family.
No, we don't normally hijack anything.
Oh, good.
Normally, being the operative word.
I mean, scavenge, yes. Reappropriate, yes. But if it's in transport, if somebody already has it, we're in the escort and protection business.
That's fair.
I mean, they might not be nomads; they might just be raiders. But
yeah, if I had to guess at which of the nomad families in the area is most likely to do something. Well, wait, whereabouts was it supposed to have been hijacked?
Say about 5 miles south.
That's probably the Morello family then, if they did that. More likely just to be random scavengers and raiders, but if you figure it was a nomad hack, it's either the Morellos did it or the Morellos know who did it.
He was kind of going through his standard, process of taking notes and basically dropping into the what are these things called? Agents? Is that what our little smart devices are?
Yeah.
Dropping into the agent, regular who's witnessed it, anybody who might be able to provide more information, confirm if it's the Morello family or nomads or clan.
I mean, the Oro Petro, are known and incorporated as legitimate business people. So, we can get in and out wherever we need.
Do we need to send word ahead then?
No.
Hey, we'd like to meet you?
I can just throw them my winning smile.
Yeah.
And maybe show them some papers. But like, yeah, I mean, and it's like, what do you think we're going to run into out there going out south? I mean, it shouldn't be too bad out there. It's just going to get cold, maybe rainy. Like, I don't know about you, but like, I have an airbed and sleeping bag, and a tent stashed away in the trunk, but I don't know about the rest of you.
I have none of that. I have a fairly decent bed to sleep on, and that's about it.
Yeah, my standard equipment, because I just used the Edge Runner, included inflatable bed, sleeping bag, tent, and camping equipment. So at least I'm somewhat prepared.
I'll on the chance that this could be available, I'll quick ping Libby at the service desk. Any chance I could secure 3 rough sack travel bags with inflatable tent and sleeping bag?
All of that.
All that.
Yeah, none of it's particularly hard to get.
Okay.
Yeah, so you kind of ping her on your agent, and you get an almost automatic ping. Like, this is like a button on her kind of console, and it says any charge. Yeah, exactly. Just engage bot. It's like you get a message almost immediately that says something to the effect of, you may certainly requisition any supplies. We'll be happy to subtract them with interest plus location fees plus another. Basically, you can get it, but it's gonna charge. They're gonna charge like 6 times what it's actually worth out of your next paycheck.
All right, maybe we can get this out of the fixer then, or we just go buy it.
Yeah, these are. I mean, we were talking like rucksacks, and this is like living stuff. You can buy this at most corner convenience stores, right next to the guns.
Well, I don't know this stuff, man. I'm a city guy, so
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
I come from a star scraper, so
exactly. But yeah, which all the stuff you're talking about is very much like these are living supplies for people who can't afford the containers that you guys can, that lush living and kibble. So yeah, this is easily available at your corner store.
Yeah, the self-inflating mattress with sleeping bag costs $20.
All right. So while we're talking, I guess I'm gonna ping the suck up intern at FYYL and say, here's a list of things I need. Here's some money. Please go get it. Bring it back.
Oh, is this the guy you promised will totally get a feature on your show one of these days, and et cetera, et cetera?
Totally. Yep.
All right. That sounds quite reasonable, actually. All right. So the suck up intern, Terry, basically pings you back. Yeah, I'll totally get that. And he's like, is there like a delivery fee for this too? Maybe.
Maybe it depends on whether or not it gets here in like the next 29 minutes.
You'll have it in 19.
Great. We can negotiate then.
All right. So yeah, assuming you have the funds, that's not going to be a problem. It'll be here shortly.
What do I have for funds? I guess I should check that. Yeah, well, assuming it's under. Oh, that's right. I'm keeping track of that on a spreadsheet now.
A little air mattress and sleeping bag is $20. If you want to get like a 1-person pup tent and some basic camping equipment, that's $50.
Oh, yeah. I think I've got that.
Not much. I mean, we could just get a bigger tent for everybody if they've all got their own sleeping bags. Or they want to sleep in the car, which is I mean, it's not camperized yet. It's no combi.
Is your vehicle going to be enough if we have gear to pick up? Do we need a trailer or talk to Petro about like another vehicle to go with us?
Well, I mean, the question: how much gear are we looking at, right?
I mean, it was
for this
Enough
one,
to camp.
convoy of a couple vehicles at least, and I don't know why the Raiders haven't moved it, but it's either too big for them to move, or I have no idea. I mean, they should be driving off somewhere and selling it by now, and they're not.
Oh, really? I assumed that we were also going to have to chase it down somewhere. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, like the sleeping bag and air mattress compacts really tightly. It folds down to like 6 inches square. So, I mean, some basic roughing it gear we could all easily fit in the trunk. But if we're bringing back other vehicles, well, we're going to need more drivers.
Like I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not good at planning an engagement like this, but I figure we have the right people. Like,
Yep.
you still be good to run security for us?
I'll guard you with my life, Mr. Ford.
when is Arizona Smith ever going to break it to him? No. Good call.
Good for the ego.
yeah, that's true. You have like a guy who thinks you are Harrison Ford, which is the highest compliment you can pay to a poser gang member.
Maybe I should get that one on tape. Can we just do that one more time? Can you just stand over there, and I'm gonna hit the old record button. Great, thanks. That was perfect.
KK is not ready for media guy, apparently. Or they are not.
It's like a stage play where the kid just claps up.
That's too funny.
I guess we're just gonna have to start rolling. Okay, so we have a way to sleep if we need it. We have a way to contact the business people. What about getting it out there if we get our hands on it? If it's too big to move, are we going to have to call in some kind of a lift service?
Well, to call in the Nomads.
Call in the Nomads.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can call family if we need a few extra hands. It's gonna cost though.
That's what I was thinking.
If it's big enough to move, and if there's a problem moving it, we're gonna need to pay whatever we need to pay to get it out of there.
Like, don't any of you know how to drive?
So I'm hoping that either if it's that big, it's on like a semi truck or a 3/4 ton or something, and either at least the trailer is still in workable condition, or they only took out the driver and the tractor is also there too. Something like that. That would be my hope. Of course, if they can't move it,
we're not going to know until we get out there. And if they put up the reward already, we better get going.
Oh, there's Terry. Terry,
here, Mr. Huntley.
All right. What do I owe you here?
Oh, it's already been deducted. You're set. But I did have to take an auto taxi over here, and that did cost me €12.
Really?
Yeah, in order to get this in time for you.
No problem, Terry. No problem. You did good.
He's like waiting around.
Okay. Thank you. You can go now.
Okay, Mr. Huntley, just you be safe out there and make news. Make news.
Yep, we'll catch you when I get back.
Okay, Al. I'm going now.
All right. As he's walking.
All right, everybody's like, bye, Terry.
As he leaves, KK is going to put a kick me sign on Terry's back.
Oh god. Like he needs it.
Mac is going to go and pull it off and slip him a 20. And then when KK isn't looking, I'm going to put the sign on KK.
Nice.
Excellent.
That
Yeah,
was smooth.
Yeah, so Terry leaves with a tip, thank goodness, and expenses paid, and is left wondering what the hell is about to happen. What does he need all this gear for? Find out on FYIL Thursday nights at 1900 at the #1 spot. So yes, excellent. Yeah, so now you have your gear. It's actually, again, as Mac was saying, this is all made to be very compact and portable. You can carry all this in a single large duffel bag easily.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. It says the air mattress and sleeping bag folds down to 6x6 for easy transport. So even if you just have that without a tent, that's very compact. So.
All right. Maybe 4 coffees to go and we get out of here.
Yeah. Hey, did you all need anything? Okay.
Oh, what's
4
this
coffees.
person's name?
Yeah, he
Four
actually,
coffees.
it's impossible for him not to have heard that, but he's already gone to the next table or his little spot where he hangs out at.
We'll just get him on our way out from the machine.
I'm sure the machine is very clean. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine here.
I don't know. Yeah, let's just randomly roll a die just to see how ridiculous. And no, they don't. Nah, Max not a regular here, I guess. So yeah, we try to get our coffees. It doesn't work.
Yeah, there are the auto dispensers out there, so yeah, you probably get those. It generally it fills it up halfway, and then it makes a sound like it's trying to gush some out, and then eventually gets a little bit more. So you have a 2/3 full cup, but whatever. Better than nothing, theoretically. That's actually the place's motto.
I think we're going to name the diner manager barista. We'll call him Brandon.
Brandon. Because of course.
Knock knock passed on the coffee. Knock knock KK has a beer. He
Oh,
has a
geez.
big old tall can.
I'm about to say they don't like to take all those chemicals and caffeine in. Yeah, they're much more pure than that. Yeah, right.
Hey, Mac, where do you want me to throw this bag?
Yeah, I can just take it, toss it in the trunk.
All right.
I mean,
Does anybody want shotgun?
That's a literal term in Night City, so be careful how you phrase that.
Yeah, I'll go up front.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to take the usual back angle. I would imagine too, before asking Mac where this is going to go, I'm going to start recording. So,
Gotcha.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
I would imagine you have a little clamp mount that you can roll down the backseat window and just kind of clamp it to the top edge of the door and the roof, and it holds your camera for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's cool.
Yeah. As a note, as you guys get out there originally, imagine these people were rats. They were kind of looking at the vehicle, one at each corner, kind of looking at, is this removable? Is this integral? Scoping it up. And as you guys come out, they scatter, you just turn lights on a bunch of rats. And they're gone, untraceable by the time you actually get to the car. But it's always suspect as to whether everything's going to be there when you get back.
So definitely want to use this opportune time with me and the new KK being the ones in the back seat to find out what the fuck is going on here, if I can. So tell me a little bit about yourself, KK. Where did Knock Knock go?
Oh, thankfully they're. Let's just say they're taking a nap right now.
Right
I'm in
on.
control. I'm in control again.
Excellent. When was the last time you were in control, do you think? Do you need to know the current date and time?
Ford's up front.
Who do you think's always the one Who do you think's the one always handling things when it comes time to battle? You think Knock Knock can handle that? No, Knock Knock is silly and dumb and likes candy.
Right on. Okay.
So, Mac, by the way, is Mac driving? Are you going somewhere right now?
I don't know. Did they tell me where they wanted to go? Just down to check out the Morellos, I guess.
Yeah, I know you guys. You're talking about Morellos, or maybe picking up some nomads of your own to bring other vehicle or a vehicle or something.
I wasn't sure. I mean, if we manage to secure the cargo, we can always just call somebody. We do have agents.
Sure.
Say, like, we could potentially bring along a scout that can do their own running back or whatever.
We're car and truck nomads, not camel nomads.
Camel nomads. One hump or two?
That's a dromedary.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, damn! Hey, Mac, how's your head? That's all right.
Really? You want to get that person, huh? we can talk later.
All right. So have we decided where we're going? Where is Mac driving? That's what Mac is. That's what's important to Mac. Where is his car pointed towards? I have to imagine though, as this conversation is going on in the back, he's probably they're probably driving at like 20 miles an hour, so everybody can literally bail if KK like loses his shit or something,
One of the last things KK is going to tell Mr. Huntley is, unfortunately, Mr. Huntley, that's the rest of all I can tell you. I can't remember anything else, but I can tell you this. Reaches into their pocket and pulls out a little cassette. And then opens the cassette, and then there's a chip. All of my answers is on this chip. Unfortunately, I can't access it. It is encrypted. It's blocked from me. Puts it back into the cassette, puts it back into their pocket.
Oh. I withdraw my hand and my question.
So I just need to find someone to help me unlock that chip.
Right. Okay. Maybe we can look into that when we get back.
Yeah. As you guys are driving, there's a truck that passes with bullhorns affixed to it, and it's like one of those things where you can kind of hear it. The sound goes up as it gets closer. You get the Doppler effect, whatever, and you hear, "A vote for Damien is a vote for progress. A vote for progress is a vote for tomorrow." And as it goes on by, and this repeats. Damien giving the big thumbs up, double thumbs on the side of the vehicle as it goes on by, and before you know it, it's out of earshot.
Is there
every vein is bulging on KK's head?
Is there a position and location of what Damien is running for?
He's the guy running for mayor.
I tried to look up politics in the book. It didn't really go heavily into it, so that's why I just went for mayor.
Mayor seems fair.
Yeah. Go big or go fucking home is what I say. Yep. Mayor's pretty good for Night City.
You don't like him, do you?
So, in true nomad fashion, I definitely have one of those obnoxiously huge subwoofers and a totally amped up stereo. And I don't know, what kind of music does KK like?
Ooh. KK loves pop.
loves
Lo-
pop.
Yes, loves specifically Korean pop.
Oh God. And that
Yes,
and that's when
K-pop.
KK is pushed out of the vehicle and left behind.
KK loves K-pop, huh?
Oh wow,
Ooh,
it just continues.
Maybe I might not have that. No.
Sorry, Spotify isn't coming up right now.
Yeah, we're in a dead zone here.
Screw it. So this bullhorn's going by, going blah blah from air, and I just punch a button, and incredibly loud blaring all around the car and all in the car, Gangnam Style.
Oh
Yes.
damn. That's technically K-pop, right? In the most technical sense of technical.
Actually,
Yeah.
it is.
It is pop music from Korea.
Close enough.
Well, while that's going on, I guess I'll keep a long, steady shot on the truck as it's continuing to leave off into the distance, because I'm going to have to give this some voiceover.
That'll be some good B footage anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
And KK is just pointing fingers at the truck at Damien's face, and you'll hear KK go, someday, Daddy, someday.
And you can just hear Mac loudly, badly singing along with this.
Oh God.
Hey, 6KK. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Do him knock knock style.
Oh my God.
No,
That's not even
no,
close.
No.
If I'm gonna we get hit with some copyright infringement, at least do better.
But the thing is, the worse I do it, the less it infringes copyright.
Oh, it's transformative, granted, so it's fair use.
Parody.
Parody. Can you parody Gangnam Style? I'm not sure. Funny.
Well, I mean, that depends whether or not you consider Gangnam Style parody itself to begin with, but
Arizona, as you're going along, your agent goes off. It's just kind of it's a picture of a motorcycle that seems to be the side shaft is leaking something. It's like a distant shot and a right up there shot. In the distant shot, you see some bronze tigers kind of sitting. Yeah, brass tigers, brass, bronze. It's all pre steel and metal.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah, don't tell them that. You'll get your ass kicked and your face blown off and burned. Yes. Anyway, so yes, you do see as background, you see some of them there, and the thing says, "Hey, €100 if you can get over here and fix this bike and one other right now. We got places to go."
Like, I think I respond. I'm like, be right there. Just got one thing to take care of.
Oh my God. They'll be waiting. Awesome.
So do you actually want me to detour there?
Oh no.
Or are you just blowing them off?
Yeah, I was just blowing them off. So.
Holy shit.
And I just, sort of, direct you, like, keep going.
Yeah, we haven't established where the fuck we're going yet either, by the way. I still haven't been able to get an answer out of anybody. Where are you pointed? Are we going out of town? Are we doing the out of town thing?
South of town, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if basically, I guess, either we're heading to where this should have been, to investigate, and if not, then, see if I can get a hold of the Morellos and talk to them.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, you guys are
Arizona. What were you gonna say?
Just that. Just
Oh, okay.
Out there, look for the smoke.
Look for the smoke. Yeah, that's fair bar to go by here. All right. Yeah. So you guys leave the confines of Night City. So Night City, as you all know, is kind of a crazy, chaotic place, but it has its own order. You just have to know it. You know, there are laws. They're not necessarily the laws that the police enforce at all times, but there are laws of gangs and neighborhoods and families and corporations, and yes, the city municipality also. But there are laws. Things tend to be falling apart because that's how this works. Everything is replaceable, everything is temporary. That's how society today treats it. When something's broken, you replace it. You don't fix it, generally. Unless it's something important, as Arizona would tamper with. But yeah, so once you kind of get outside the gates of the city, if you will. Oops. There we go. Let's go here. Yeah, so once you get outside the gates of the city, so to speak. Well, there he is. Things change. You're now in kind of this is truly like barrens. Like when Night City was first being built, even before the Red, there was a very like a what do you call it? A very there was housing and whatnot set up for the builders of the city to inhabit. Oh, that's cool. So things are different. So, and these are abandoned. Once the workers made Night City, this city was useless. It was made to be temporary. So as you kind of get outside the gates, so to speak, it's not quite a walled city, but there is a definite line when you cross it. You're outside Night City. But yeah, these dilapidated buildings are slowly falling apart. The poorest of the poorest of the poor of Night City try to inhabit them. They die daily from a combination of building collapses and just other stupid dangers out here of things that when you don't maintain things of all kinds, technology and structure wise. And then, things have gotten a little more arid since the earlier days. It's a bit more desert-like. As that whole desert effect has moved west a little since way long ago. So yeah, things look kind of just arid, dry. It's a dust bowl. And as you kind of get past this one area where the workers used to live, it's now kind of just open land dotted with little, old structures here and there, like some kind of, tech station or something like that, or, weather survey station. All this stuff is just fallen apart and from misuse and has been scavenged many times over. And yeah, by the time you hit like the 2 mile out mark, like not even halfway there, again, you're in nowhere land. Mac, kind of you're probably have the best eyes for this kind of thing, but you can kind of see there are like the weak raider packs or whatever groups, I should say. They're raiders generally aren't packs, they're groups. They're little offshoots of half a dozen people. You can kind of see a couple where like they're kind of waiting on the far side of a dirt hill for something from easy pickings to come out, and you can tell if they kind of look at you and figured out maybe not easy pickings, so let's leave that one be, type of thing. And you see that a couple times actually as you're going out. It's like they're examining things, and it's like, is this a good one? Do we have what it takes to take it? Nope. Okay, let them go. There's going to be the little sightseer coming out sooner or later, and that's who will hit, type of thing.
Yeah, well, definitely there's probably some sort of insignia on the car indicating which pack I'm with. And so...
For good or for bad.
So but it's the sort of thing that, would definitely identify me as somebody that maybe I'm easy picking, but then you're really going to suffer for it.
Yeah, they will find your ass.
Yeah. You mess with me, you mess with my family. And, well, family's not always... really, my family is basically Vin Diesel and friends, so...
Good to know. I hope they aren't body sculpting. I will not put that in the game. I will not do that. Hand is going down. No.
in these.
No, we already have the Fords. We don't need the diesels.
Oh, damn. Now we almost have to bring him in. Damn it.
Bad even for a tech joke.
Woo. Woo, wow.
No,
Rare
instead there
form.
can be another poser gang, and they're like called the Stoners, and they all look like Dwayne Johnson.
The
Man.
Rock?
God.
The Rock Johnson?
Yes.
As opposed to the stone. Oh my god. All right,
Yeah.
this is gonna be edited completely out when it goes to video. So what does the symbol look like? Also, what does the symbol of your pack look like?
Oh, I have no idea.
You do now. What is it?
Basically, I have something like, a circle with sort of a little stylized, mountain in it, just like basic lines, in, reflective, or at least, some shiny black and gold.
Okay, that's fair. Cool.
So,
Yeah, okay. And what's the name of your pack again? Remind me, please.
Oro Petro.
Uro Petro.
Or, I can't remember how I spelled it.
Close enough.
Scroll back in its parts there. Yes, Oro Petro.
Uro Petro. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, so the Oro Petro vehicle is being ignored by the raiders. Like I said, at least 2 sets of them. Again, your eyes are you're always looking for this kind of thing, so you basically spot it's a group of 3 of them. Again, they'll take out that tourist trying to take a little danger run around with their girlfriend or guy friend or etc. And you're wisely off limits to them. That doesn't mean you're off limits to everybody though. So let's see. So I suppose Mac would be the only one who is familiar with this area. Has anyone else been actually out to the outside Night City prior to this in character? I mean, not in character, but in their character's life. Sorry.
I have been out before, but not in this area.
Okay.
I would say I probably flew in once and only once via like a drone jet type of thing. But not around the area. But I will say that so part of my cybernetic enhancement in my eyes increases my perception rolls for stuff that's been concealed.
Mm-hmm.
So as we get to a point where there's enough light, there's enough objects that might fit something of what we're looking for, I would want to engage starting to look very carefully at what's out there. And while we're not doing that, I'm kind of putting together a motif of like Indiana Jones and Marion, riding the road, so to speak, going down the road.
Oh, so there's like these little flashes of like the movie, that you're splicing together.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point, if you want me to do a shot, I'll hang out the window, with my hand on the fedora,
Whatever you're gonna do, it's going to come into that kind of a form, and I'm gonna weave Mac into it, and maybe make Mac's hair a little darker brown.
Oh Jesus, he's gonna be short round. God damn it!
No, Mac is a female,
that's KK's
right?
short round.
Mac is a
short round.
KK short round. Oh my god. Mac identifies as they them.
They them. Okay, yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, based off the picture that Jason shared, I see a possibility of like a little Marion there going on there.
Marion can be a unisex name.
I mean, it all depends on what you want to do with your Photoshop and editors.
True story. As today as it will be in 2077.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay me €5, I will totally say, hold on to your bananas.
Don't do it. Don't pay the €5.
How about if you say, "I'm your goddamn partner"? No? Okay.
So we're enjoying the ride.
It's a long ride, basically. A lot of footage is being filmed. We're not sure if it's sellable at this point.
That's the way it goes.
Fair enough. All right.
So yeah, I'm ready to make a perception roll if it applies.
Sure. Let's actually, Mac, why don't both you and Hugh make a perception roll. Hugh, add in your bonus for your cyber eyes.
So yeah, what I did for that is I upped my skills by those points for the skills it applies to,
Oh,
just so I
Yeah.
can just hit that one button.
Cool.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
what I've done with all my vehicle skills because Nomad adds that.
Right.
But
Yep.
perception, is it?
Yep.
Yep. Just as long as you're aware of what it like. Holy shit! As long as you're aware of what it is when it comes to advancement time.
That was a yep.
Those are good rolls. We're gonna say those are pretty damn over any level I would set at. Yeah. Cool. Good job.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a crit for Hugh.
Yeah.
A little bit. So, all right. So let's make it interesting. So, what? So your cyber eyes. What are the options that are there? What's the name of the perception thing you have there? Is it given a title or a thing, an option addition, or?
Well, I mean, straight out of the book, the generic is it's called image enhance. So this is
It's a little higher res, basically, type of thing.
Yeah, it's +2 to perception, lip reading, conceal, reveal, and conceal, reveal object skills. So anything I'm trying to use there that I can apply. I mean, as far as what it is, it's probably given its really electric blue look.
Electric blue in her eyes.
It probably
That's how you do it.
It probably does CSI style enhance.
Oh God, please! Oh my God!
But
Stop
not
saying
too
that
much.
already. Yeah.
That's so awesome. Yeah, you have to do the voice command. Enhance.
Yeah. Enhance.
Cool.
I mean, it's
All right. Okay, I just want to get more of a feel before I describe what's going on. So, so you, as you're kind of looking out the window, you all do see like the smoke. It's like now it's down to a nothing. It looks like there were 2 Nomad vehicles that were running like side protection on it, and then the main vehicle. You guys can, if you guys, even without magnification, you can see it looks like the Badlands version of like the U-Haul, with like the thing in back that comes over the top, over the top of the cab, that type of thing.
Okay,
That kind of look. The smoke is coming from 2 totally burned out, like they almost look like dune buggies, with little they probably at some time it's hard to tell this range, but they probably had some extra, armor, welded onto them. But it's now burnt out and gone. It takes quite a bit for metal to burn and melt, but this is burned and melted. I'll say,
what does it look like that is keeping the truck there? Is it like blown tires, lost broken axles, or people, or barricades, or?
So I'm going to say your image enhancement does give you. I'll say what everyone else can't see. What you do notice at this range, because you don't actually have any magnification, if I recall. Is you do see a nice red hue to the front left of the vehicle, on the window. So theoretically, someone was splattered in there. But as far as you can tell, again, you don't have magnification, but you do have that cool ass, incredibly high roll. You do notice that it looks workable right now. They didn't harm the vehicle other than blowing a hole in the driver, maybe the door. Mac,
Can't
your
just be
role.
good timing.
Yeah, your role. You're again. I just envision Mac looking for other things. He was looking for the money shot, which is the vehicle, and Mac is looking for how am I not going to get killed here.
Yeah, keeping an eye out. In front of me, making sure I don't run anything. Looking for potholes.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out for anybody who looks hostile. Ambush points.
Yeah, you do see like some you both everyone again kind of sees like there are some fold out chairs just sitting outside. They're using the shade of the vehicle itself to kind of have like a little party area where there's drinking or whatever going on. You can see like 3 people. However, Mac, what your role gets you is that you see and it's a common like Baron's Badlands trick is the old stretch out leather canvas on 4 poles lashed together and put dust over them and over a hole in the ground trick, and basically you have an ambush. So there's one of those that's too like I would say like 15-20 meters in front of the vehicle is one of those. So you can't tell if anyone's in there, but that's definitely a thing. It gives a telltale bend to the not the horizon, but the look of the ground as you're looking on it, that it takes a trained eye to see. So whether anybody's in it is anybody's guess. Whether anybody's looking out or waiting, who knows? It's rather hot out, so if someone in there would almost be being punished for something at this point, if they were in there. But there you go. But you do see 3 guys outside, and true to the Nomad's report, there is there's like a bunch of items kind of set up like 10 meters away from the side of the truck where they're sitting, that look like they've been blown to bits or shot at, various pieces of equipment and that kind of thing. And you're closing in. What do you do?
I switched my camera so that I can use magnification.
Sorry. All right, everybody, look hot. Things don't look quite right around here, and I'll approach the obvious covered pit. And just kind of pull to a stop about 10 yards short of it.
Excellent. So it's about this time at least one of the people that are in those chairs, you see them kind of flop up. It doesn't take an expert to know that they're high, drunk, or something. They flop up and they kind of point. You can see pointing towards you guys, and the other 2 kind of spot up. One is jacked up on something, or that like that or his like Sendivistan wear just accidentally popped in for a second earlier than he expected it to, and he's like wired. His movements are like a robot almost. And the other guy, he's kind of middle of the road, normal-ish, has some kind of rifle sitting up against the vehicle as you guys pull up, and we'll call this our halfway mark. It is our halfway mark. So before we get into this action, let's take our break. I'll see y'all in 10, and we'll see what happens with these raiders and the reclamation team. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. See you shortly. Stay tuned. All right. We are back. Uh-oh. Jimbo B1. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jimbo. Good to see you. I've been saving up your points. So, viewer. All right. Anyway, so here we are. So we had we basically are approaching in the vehicle this group of raiders. Looks like 3 of them, and you do see like a little ambush site going on there. What are you guys doing as you're driving up? Basically, they've taken notice of you, and they've all stood up now. Again, like you have the amped guy. He's kind of like, you can see he has like a pistol, and he's just ready to go. He's jumping around. You can't stop moving. You have there's one who's obviously drunk on something and is stumbling over themselves. May have a shotgun or something, we're not sure. And the other guy, who's, pardon me, seems to be very middle of the road, is what do you call it? He picks up a looks like a assault rifle or something from the side of the truck, and he's now facing you guys. What do you
Mac,
do?
Mac, are you a nomad clan symbol at all for these guys, or is this?
You're muted.
Oh, am I?
No, Mac
I
is. Mac is.
Mac is.
No, he's not
Right.
muted.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Do they have any recognizable insignia or even just, colors or something? Anything that I would be able to pick up on that, these guys are more part of a nomad family, or are they just kind of, your regular old raiders?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're still going to be able to potentially do this as a business deal, or if we're going to have to.
We might be able to talk
take
to
it.
it.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure they're reasonable people.
absolutely. So yeah, as you can kind of see their vehicle, which is off to the side, kind of off to the, if you're coming towards the vehicle and you're seeing its front, they're on the right side. I should probably do a map. I hate doing maps. You know how you do maps. So they're on the right side of it. All the stuff they've kind of blown up is farther right, and their vehicle is to the left. It's showing you a broadside, and it's like a smaller car. It looks like it may be so freaking old that, Mac, you can see the signs on it that it was like prior to this, it was like a standard internal combustion, but it's one of those that they kind of retrofitted with the Choo-2 engine after the fact. You can kind of see the telltale signs because you have to vent it here and a pipe has to go around here. So this is like, these guys are not riding high on the hog, as it were, with this vehicle. It goes pretty fast, but it may just shake itself apart and fail at any time. Yeah. This is not a nomad. Nomads would pee on this thing and still see that as a waste of pee. Type of situation. This is a crappy car. This is definitely not nomads.
Come on, Scott. This is Arrakis. We don't need still suits.
Wrong game. Oh, keep your head in the Barrens. We're in the Barrens.
All right. Oh. KK is going to start formulating a battle plan.
What do you think we can do tactically here?
That's actually what he's going to be doing, is thinking up some tactics. Let's see how he does, actually.
Oh, you're doing a skill roll?
Yep, tactics to see how will these enemies react to a battle. So let's see here. KK is going to devise the greatest battle plan known.
What the hell did he roll? Yeah, you guys were crapping out on me last session, and now you're like
31.
Yeah. So that's like, you rolled a 10, it exploded with another 10. Alrighty.
He was just going to try to do some simple Nope, he pulled out a chalkboard, like little mini whiteboards. Just, okay, we move here. And I shoot him. He goes over here.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, he was thinking, okay, if we had to shoot anyone, who would be the best one to go after first?
Well.
Wow.
So yeah. So you're and what I do want to note is KK is looking. This is a purely combat related thing, and it's also purely what info they have. So of course nobody's passed on the fact that there is like that ambush lay in wait thing. KK has not noticed it. However, going on the other stuff, like the tactical advantages you may have, the tactical disadvantages, you're thinking that you could probably take out one of them right away just by running them over. You have the amped up one who's you're like, okay, I go here, this moves there, that guy's amped up and he'll be out of the way before it even happens, but really won't be able to recenter themselves to start shooting or anything. The guy who doesn't look like he's drunk or high will probably get out of the way, may get off a shot or two, but in the meantime, but that still puts you in the best place if you're going to attack. The stupidest thing would be to roll up to him and stop 10 feet away from him and just get out from a tactical combat point of view. From a negotiation point of view, that'd probably be the best thing you can do. So again, this is KK's thing is based totally on combat.
Question. All right, second. Who took shotgun?
Arizona.
Arizona's there.
Arizona is running shotgun. Can you drive?
Ish.
I mean, it can't. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
You don't actually have pilot land vehicle, do you?
How hard could it be?
How to fix it when I wreck it?
Yeah, push that pedal and aim.
I mean, I know the science of it. Yeah. I mean, come on. Would I lay you down?
Okay, does anybody besides me actually have pilot land vehicles?
I don't.
Crickets. If there were crickets, they'd be rubbing their little hind legs together right now.
KK just pulls out a random person's ID. This guy did.
Oh shit!
None of you.
No.
You.
That's why you're so valuable, Mac. You have a singular skill.
Yeah.
You're gonna make baby no man cry.
Oh, and KK is now like coming up, tapping your shoulder and going, "Run him over."
I just never planned to be a chauffeur. That's all.
Oh damn! I plan to be chauffeur, motherfucker. That's a skill.
So, I mean, I size them up. Yeah, I pretty easily could just run them over.
I'm trying to get close-ups of each one of these people before they all get killed.
Good call.
Hopefully, I can do some background checking after they're dead and get names.
Oh my god! Background checking post production.
Right.
Of course. So I don't know, guys. What are we going to do? Are we actually going to talk to them, or are we just?
What do we all know? I know that the original driver's been splattered inside the truck. That's what I know.
The vehicle could just be locked down on without the driver's, handprint or something, or proof of life. I mean, I can hack my way around that.
Well, let's pool information. What else do we know about the area? What do we think about the tactics?
Are we sitting here while we're revving the engine?
Yeah, you're. I'm gonna say you're kind of slow riding it right now.
Okay.
Like,
oh yeah, I was aiming for. I was aiming for it to be like, yeah, I pulled up to the badly concealed pit trap and just kind of had it, kind of idling. But, I mean, yeah, we can do a slow roll towards them if we want.
okay, as you're going over all this.
Yeah, going around this obvious pit trap, obviously.
KK, what do you think?
KK is first stunned that there's a trap in front of us. Wait, what? Really? But I think we should run them over. I don't want to share. Does anyone else here want to share with them? I don't.
I mean, if we talk to them, there'd have to be a split of some sort.
Exactly, and they found it first, so that means they're going to ask for more. So let's just run them over.
I'm willing to film either way. I mean,
KK puts a solemn hand on Mac's shoulder. Just run them over.
Now, do I actually think this is a good idea?
We do need to continue to kind of drive up the ratings of the show, though. I do need to get more Arizona time out there. So
You want to get out and talk
Hang
to
out the
them?
window and shoot at them.
Yeah, you want to get out and talk to them? Have some FaceTime?
I mean,
it sounds like he wants
I
to.
hate to say it, and I look back, I'm like, but KK's plan is reasonable.
No.
Write that fucking down. Put that on a calendar somewhere.
Look, when Harrison Ford agrees with you, we go with the plan. Run them over.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, Hugh is great at talking. Mac's okay. But I'll just lean back. So what do you say, boss? We're gonna roll on up? Somebody gonna hop out and talk to them, or are we just gonna go clean through them?
Yeah, I think we just take them out. I think we're not going to. I think we're going to incur a lot of loss financially if we don't.
The bottom line is the bottom line.
All right then. I guess let's get close, and then I'll slam it.
Okay. So yeah.
And as we're rolling up for that, of course, I got to put the camera up where it's mounted away
And
from me.
I'm all for, if ratings will give me a little bit extra bonus, I'm all for hanging out the window. And
Yeah, definitely. I'll cover that one with just my eye, though.
All right. First things first. So okay, first things first. I suppose. Yeah. Who's hanging out? Who's doing what? And then we'll have Mac make a kind of a maneuver roll to see how this goes.
Arizona will hang out and try and get their attention as a sort of distraction.
Yeah. Hey guys. Type of thing. Yeah.
I can't. I don't have that yet. I do have to use the camera. All right. I'm keeping my camera on Arizona.
Recorder.
I don't have it yet. Not in the eye. No.
Damn. That'd be like the first thing. Like, sell the condo. Get the cyber eye with the camera in it.
Well, because I figured I could use the perception through the camera, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can get camera in the eye. You can get a shoulder-mounted camera.
Yeah, the micro video is pretty expensive, and it's going to take up 2 slots. So
Yeah.
It's tough. So let's keep this momentum going. No pun intended, but intended.
Right.
So so you got hanging out. You got the video going. Is KK doing anything before we make this roll?
KK is just getting their guns ready.
What is KK packing today? By the way, I forget.
Oh, today KK.
It's on the menu.
KK actually came pretty packed. We have a heavy pistol, we have a heavy SMG, and we have their beautiful new katana.
Nice. Good times were had by not the person on the other end of those.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Mac, go ahead and make your maneuvering roll. It is your reflex plus land vehicle skill plus your D10 plus any other relevant additives. Yeah. I forget. Are you like jacked into this vehicle? By the way, I forget.
I am with the interface plugs, so my hands are free.
Cool.
But yeah, the other bonus I get is I get to add my moto skill to all those rolls. So I already just factored it in.
Perfect.
So just as I think it lined up and I've got a good shot, I'm just going to dangle my arm out the driver's side with my pistol, fire one shot and yell, "They're shooting at us!" and then slam it.
All right.
Well,
all right.
It's got to look good for Hugh.
All right, I'm going to say this is you're kind of maneuvering to try to hit these guys. So I'm going to say and yet not ram into the truck that's already there. I'm going to say this is a DV of 15.
Oh, that should be easy.
Yeah. What happened to those shitty rolls you guys were getting the other sessions? Because these are blowing up all over the place.
That was literally without a crit fail, the lowest I can get. I got a 2.
God,
Oh,
how the hell is that? What?
so close.
How does that happen? What
Well-
is?
Well, I've got 6. I've got 6 in driving
Right.
and 4 from
Yeah,
moto. So that's effectively a 10 in driving, and my reflex of 8.
18,
So
right?
that gives me a base 18. It's 18 plus D10, basically.
Oh, damn, he said. Damn.
Oh, I got a 3, not a 2. Oh,
Fair enough.
so yeah.
Okay, so your vehicle. Let's see. So first of all, so your vehicle will take a little damage. We agreed that the house rule is you guys aren't going to take whiplash because that's just freaking silly. But the vehicle will still take some damage. I'm trying to look through your stuff here to see where your thing is listed. Your vehicle rather. Oh, where is it? Where did I find such a thing?
Where is it? You want to start looking on page 190.
190 it is. All right.
So
So you-
the basic steps for the compact ground car.
Okay, cool.
Is what this
Alrighty.
effectively
Nice.
Uh,
Okay, so
and
yeah, 4
Yep.
seats, all the good stuff. 50 SDP. What is SDP?
vehicle hit points.
Yeah, vehicle points. Gotcha.
Structural
Uh,
damage.
Damage.
Gotcha. Alrighty, cool. So let's see here. All right. So the vehicle technically takes some damage. Again, I this is just too. I think this is just like too extreme. Let's see
Yeah.
here.
For hitting squishy things.
Yeah, for hitting
that's-
squishy things. I'm gonna say roll 2d6 and we'll see what that does. That seems more fair.
Squish.
2d6 does. Yeah, the target of a ram takes 66. But
Right, exactly. That's why
Yeah.
technically everything involved takes 66, but let's call it this for the car. Again, this seems freaking silly.
Oh,
Unless
2d6
you're-
makes 9.
Excellent. All right, mark that like 9 off the 50 there.
Okay.
All right, and let's see. I'm just gonna make a couple quick rolls for the dudes. The one guy is gonna definitely die. the drunk dude has no chance whatsoever. So let me make some rolls for the other dudes real quick. Let's see here. All right, so the amped raider. Let's see here. All right, so it's 5.
If they survive the hit, they can, end up behind the car, in front of the car,
Or
if they really
on the
want to,
car.
on the car. Yeah.
Right. All right. So to dodge, they do Dex plus evasion plus 1d10. All right. So I'm going to call it. Let's see here, and that's a DV of 13. All right.
Which is not really hard at all.
Yeah, it's not true. So let's see. Roll and 10 plus. Let's see. Let's see. 8 for this guy. Man, these are slow dice today. 10 does not make it. Oh, Jesus. All right, the other dude, 1d10 plus 8. Uh-huh. All right. So, yeah, the amped dude amped himself right back into the way as this happens. And I'm just going to say they're probably dead. I'm going to say without even rolling the dice, the drunker high guy is completely dead. Let's see how the amped dude does.
He's turned from drunk to drink.
Drunk to drink. All right, dude is hurt. Hurt badly. So yeah, apparently he is so amped up on whatever it was, probably a combination of cyberware and drugs, that his depth perception was off. So he takes it. I'm gonna say he actually gets kicked off to the side afterwards.
6 dice and he didn't even take critical damage.
Yeah, he didn't
Only
take
one
critical damage. Exactly. And the other guy is completely able to get out of the way, and I'm going to say he is going to be able to take a shot. Probably I think it would be Arizona.
Yeah,
So,
probably.
Yeah, because that's basically on the side you'd be jumping out at. So let's do a quick roll. Again, I really need to set up the characters more than I already have, but so let's see, 1d10, and then let's see, has the I'm going to say this is an 8. All right, so we rolled a 12, and I'm going to say, let's see here. I have to get move around the book real quick here.
Yeah, for the difficulties are for. So they got a rifle or their pistol.
This guy's a rifle. Plus, you're a moving target. That's important also.
Are you considered partially covered too?
Oh, I suppose. Well, no, I think you have to be completely behind like cover, and he's kind of leaning out at the moment.
Definitely.
The range DV tables were 173.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Or 171 on mine, is it? Yeah. Oh, well, that's the
171 is the section. Yeah, the actual table is 173.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Either way, that's outside of.
Yeah. So it doesn't hit. Yeah. Am I reading it right? Yeah. He totally misses. So, that's interesting. Kind of look. I was looked at the sniper rifle. 0 to 6 yards is a 30. Yeah, I suppose that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah. So his assault rifle totally misses. I'll say they go high, so we don't have to add insult to injury on the nomad card. Though it would add like character to the whole thing.
And good sound effect.
Yeah, I'll say that Arizona you actually like hear the bullet go past your ear. That there's that kind of like zzz, like a really 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 big mosquito that just flew by at a speed of sound, and etc. So you've heard it before. You might even you can like smell like the gun oil as it goes by. And otherwise, yeah. So you have two dudes who are just. They are road pizza at this point. And you have the other guy, who is, again, he kind of took his run, and he is now kind of running to a point behind what they were shooting at. There's enough of like a base left that the targets were on that it would basically act as cover if you can get behind it. What are you guys doing?
I'll take a shot at him if we want to. Is this initiative or?
Well, Mac. First time, Mac. Are you like coming to a stop? Are you circling around the dude to outflank him? What's Mac? How's Mac driving? What's he doing here?
Going through, doing like the e-brake turn to do a quick turnaround and go back for the next one.
So, all right. Okay. So is anyone like hopping out? Anybody doing anything? Are you trying to get a better angle? Is he frozen? Or is he just not moving? Oh, okay. I was about to say you're doing the not moving game really well.
Sorry.
KK is hopping out.
Once somebody exits the car, I gotta follow because I gotta keep, potentially both the car and that other person or people all kind of in view. Figure out who I'm gonna cover. So as soon as KK gets out, I gotta follow.
So also Hugh, KK, hold your thought. We're gonna get to that really momentarily.
You're good to go.
Hugh, as you get out, literally as you like open the door and put the foot on the ground, your agent goes off. And you're of course you're tracked by the company, and they're like, exclusive alert, €1,000 bonus.
All right.
Like ding ding, big red letters, ding 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 ding. You're on the site of an exclusive. Better get some footage, or else.
Can it read it to me as I'm filming, or do I have to read it?
Yeah, I'm assuming that it's like you either read it or you have like a cheap earpiece akin to like the Her thing.
Yeah.
Was it her? What
Any-
about the?
anything a smartphone can do now, it could definitely do in Cyberpunk.
Yeah. So yeah,
And
I'll say you have.
You can get Siri to read your text to you. So
Yeah.
You have like an earpiece or something. I'm not gonna even charge. I won't even charge you for it. And that's saying something, considering they fucking charge you for everything in Cyberpunk. Look at that. Look at that gear list. Look at it. Look at
I know. They charge you for fucking kibble.
it.
charge you
Yeah.
for
So is it? Is it? It is it? Where is it? Does it?
No,
Where do I have to be to cover it?
you're there. It's tracking you.
Oh,
It's figured out that you're at this important place, and you're alerted that if you get footage, it's an exclusive.
Oh,
I must not be communicating very well today. Yes, you are. You are at the. It's pinged you at the
I've
exclusive zone.
activated the bonus multiplier.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Fantastic. Let's go.
Cool. So yeah, Mac,
Hey,
you're
I got you covered.
nice. Mac is circling around, basically potentially cutting this guy off from cover. KK, you find a shadow in the name of Hugh Huntley.
Okay.
Hanging from the handle.
Yep, all ready to go.
Yeah. And when I say got you covered, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be behind you all the way.
a safe distance where you won't be shot at someone missing you. You know.
Alright.
You,
How
I
far
will try
away
to
is
shoot
the-
anybody who follows you.
Which direction is the guy that is all mangled up on the ground?
If you get out of the car, he's like behind you, right next to the truck.
Okay, so pretty much KK is gonna do like those typical movies. He's just gonna point the gun back and just take 2 shots at him.
Oh, you just double tapped his ass?
Yep, he's just double tapping his
Rule number 3, double tap. Rule number 1, cardio.
Alright, so let me just roll a handgun.
Oh, you're gonna take a shot? Okay.
Yep.
You gotta warn me. You gotta warn me. Let me know what you're doing.
Alright, so it'll be 2 shots from this handgun. First one's 21. Second one's 20. Wow.
All right. Let's see. It's a heavy pistol. I'm gonna say it's at the second range, between 7 and 12. Yeah. So you do shoot him before he's able to get behind the cover.
So
So
let me
go ahead
roll.
and roll your damage.
First one's 14. Second shot's only a 6.
All right. So-
The 14 is a critical. 2 6s.
Oh my.
Yep.
Oh,
So, yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Our first critical of the game. All right. So okay. Give me.
The actual green outline, it actually does indicate whether they're criticals or not.
Oh, cool. That's neat. That's handy as hell. All right, cool. All right, yeah. So it's a critical. So you're going to do some critical damage. Let's first. So basically, critical basically bypasses all armor anyway. And I learned my lesson, and this guy does not have a full ass, very expensive armor jacket on. He is a raider after all. Let's see here. It's going to bring up the critical injuries. Here we are. All right. Go ahead and KK, give me a 2d6 roll, please.
2d6.
Yes. All right, is 11. Crushed fingers is his wound. So I'm going to say you basically, to make it more flavorful here, you basically blew off the fingers on his left hand. Like at the first knuckle, shaved him across. He could now get like Ripper implants, and they would be able to charge half because almost all the work is done. Let's see. You've already also done damage, but let's take a quick look at his armor. Let's see here. And all right, so he is wearing, I'm going to say, the standard leathers. So stopping power of 4. Again, this is a raider using bargain basement crap. So okay, so you do damage with both of those. It does block 4 of each, so you'll have, let's see, so the first shot is 10 points of damage. In addition to that critical, that knocks his armor down 1, so he only blocks 3 of the second. So that's 3. So he has took 13 points of damage. He's already doing really bad at this point. Let's and so Hugh, are you able to get a good shot of the finger carnage, or how did that go?
Yeah, definitely covering amazing first aim there, and probably now looking to see what's going to happen with Arizona.
Yeah, I'm just like envisioning the post on this one. It's like, okay, so we initiate the scene with a close up of the dismembered fingers, and then freeze frame, draw back, and action. Okay, yes. Okay, car comes around, and that's Mac and Arizona cruising around to the far side of the cover that the dude never got to. Mac, I assume you're just kind of trying to get Arizona in position.
Pretty much. I'm busy with Spring Puppy.
Fair enough. Cute puppy. We're here for the puppies. So out of curiosity, and here's a character question. So are you feeling any Nomad's Lament at like the crumpled, part of the car from the dudes basically being murdered by your car? Like, is this like, this is your baby and they scratched your baby, or this is what it's made for, I'll straighten it out later? As a nomad, what is your feel on like when your vehicle takes damage or that kind of thing, or gets dirty, or how's that, what's that read to you?
For this, it's irritation, annoyance, and
have to subcontract Arizona again.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is all Hugh's fault, so Arizona can bill Hugh for the work.
Yeah, it runs uphill in this case. Trickle up works. Not so much for the up, but, Cool. All right, so I won't make you make a driving roll because this is open land here. All you have to do is drive good, and you're fine. Arizona, why don't you take your shot?
It'll be a little bit harder for me since we are in a moving vehicle.
That's kind of interesting, and maybe our rules expert Jason can be a better help. I don't see really many modifiers.
Yeah, they really didn't do that much with modifiers.
Yeah, it's like they don't care. Is that true? Is that an accurate Cyberpunk Red statement?
Fair enough. It's very light on things. Like, there are also no rules at all in the book for doing any kind of teamwork.
Oh, like one acting,
like aid another or setup or anything like that, or even just two people, doing repairs on the car at the same time. There are no rules for it.
Interesting. So there's no real modifiers, but yeah.
It's like all the other games, unstable platform, and like recoil. And...
Yeah, exactly. Do we want to get that into that minutiae, or just want to shoot freaking guns?
I can definitely take 2 shots from hanging out the side of the window.
All right, please do so.
Yeah, pretty much nothing about modifiers for things like movement or whatever. So
I would like to mention that so far, KK's plan was very tactically sound. It's working. All right.
One of those will hit.
I think both. Let's see. Again. Let's see here. Oh, here we are. Let's see. Range combat. Yeah. So.
I don't know if it's in the 13 to 25 though.
No. Again, you guys are. Again, Mac is no shake to this. Yeah. So I think it's like in the 15 range again.
Okay.
So both of them hit. So go ahead and roll your damage. All right. 7-9. Yeah, without doing any real math, the dude is now shot. Why don't you describe his move? What was your shot doing to this poor
fella? Same target as this
is the only target left.
Oh, the only target.
I think as KK shot them, and he's holding his hand down. That's when he looks up, and Arizona just takes aim, and
there's
2 shots right at him.
There's
him in the chest.
Yeah, there's that second where they kind of like lock eyes and time slows down, and the dude, you can see in the dude's eyes that he knows his number is up, and you're like, yeah, boom, boom.
Yeah. Maybe we can sneak in, like, I can prop up a quick, hand grabs gun type of thing.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
Well, you probably have like B-roll footage of Arizona in all kinds of positions, out windows, standing up, squatted down, and you're gonna fill it in with like all these different angles that never actually existed in this whole.
Yeah, that. But I was also thinking like the victim basically, after that eye lock, I can throw in a quick last desperate attempt to try and grab a gun before he gets blown away. So.
And
KK's gonna run in front of the camera and go.
I just need to reenact it. Maybe KK can move the hand around for me a little bit. So.
Well, he's also going to tell the camera, "Did you get that, Mr. Huntley? Solo always shoots first."
I also, as for post flavor, I would also put in that like as he's doing the down the sights thing, suddenly the camera focuses on the side of the gun where it shows the logo of the manufacturer, and there's like going to be a hyperlink to that, like killed with a whatever the fuck 45.2,
Right. That sudden freeze frame, like ching,
the glint,
going.
The glint with the hyperlink, and then keeps going. Product placement is very different in Cyberpunk Red than today. But it's really where they want to be, though. That's not a far-fetched statement. If they could do that, they would do that present day, but they can't. There's just not technology. But yes, all right, yeah. So now you're basically you guys stop the car probably as the guy goes down. It's kind of obvious that he's all done. He does that thing where he's on his knees for just a split second before all his muscles kind of lose their what's it called? When your muscle tone basically, and like suddenly. Yeah, like the muscle tone where it's like you whether you realize it or not, you're holding up your muscles, you're tensing in a position. And there's that point where he's trying to hold himself up, and then where his brain shuts off and plops. And otherwise there's just carnage and blood, and probably you'll have to do like a power washer on your front grill at some point would be a great idea before it starts smelling.
Arizona, do you think we should check the back? See what's in the truck?
See if there's anything in the truck.
Right.
Cool.
KK, keep us safe.
KK is going to actually go in with the heavy SMG and make sure that there's nothing inside.
Okay, the back is open. These are not neat freaks. They weren't in life. They need to. They were born in a barn or the rough equivalent. The door's open. It looks like they're also kind of lazy because without knowing the exact contents of the shipment, KK can kind of mentally put together what they were shooting at, what's in there, the space left. You'd say about 85% of the stuff is still there and untouched, basically.
We also do a quick sweep of the surroundings. There could be a fourth shooter.
KK is just giving up all hope on this group. Just seeing with how much they've left behind, it's just.
Now, would it be unusual for a vehicle like this to be, like trapped, in terms of like the passenger compartment?
It depends on the raider group. I mean, right now that's what a raider would do when they were like leaving.
Not from the raiders, but from the actual shipping company.
Oh, if there were, they've been tripped already. Okay. If there were, you don't see really anything.
Scoring.
Yeah, like as Hugh, as you kind of film it, you can kind of see, you kind of do a close up of like the lock mechanism, and it's just been brutalized. It was like it's twisted and torn and smashed, and I mean, this was their security device, and it was pretty darn good. It probably took them like 4 hours of whacking at this thing and burning it and trying to melt it before it finally clicked free and broke.
Like remnants of different tools on the ground that
Probably.
failed each time.
Exactly. Yeah, like, everything, there's like a crowbar there. There's like a brick that's now mostly, pulverized, Mac, not to leave you out of the picture. A gerbil for some reason. Mac, what's Mac doing? Where are you parking the car? Are you getting out? You stay in the car? Or your moto, as it is?
You know what? They're all out. They're inspecting the truck and that. I am going to roll back over to that poorly covered pit trap and uncover it.
Gotcha. So it looks like it started out as a pit trap and became a latrine. The stench of fecal matter washes over you as you bring that up.
Not a kiddie pool.
Not a kiddie pool. Stay out. No waiting in here.
No.
Yeah, no. Okay, so we can probably just cover that back up. But, well, technically it's hygienic enough, I guess.
For what? For what, Mac? For what?
Was
it for what? As compared to just anywhere. At least
I just want to know how they even use it.
What are you going to use it for, Mac?
Anyhow, let's move on.
Fair enough. All right, so yeah, stuff looks pretty, taken care of. It looks again. These were not overachievers in life.
I'll go to the cab. I kind of want to see, like, why didn't they just drive this thing away?
So Arizona, you're a tech dude. Of course, you know everything about how cars work. At least you may not know how to fucking drive them, but sure as hell you can fix them with a paperclip. So first thing, Arizona, you're the first to really kind of inspect that. As you kind of get over to it, you see there's several shotgun patterns in the door. So it looks like they shot like 6 times or something like that easily, and it finally just broke on through and killed the dude inside. But it looks like if Arizona had to piece it together in his mind, the forensic of all this, they probably were right alongside it doing the ram thing as one guy up front and shotgun is shotgunning, apropos, and before he was able to kill the driver, and they looks like they wiped out the other nomads and. Things look serviceable. I mean, if you could, you turn the key, so to speak.
The driver interface, plugged in, or
the driver was chipped in. In fact, is still chipped in. If you want to, I mean, he's dead. Yeah. As you kind of, if you open the door, you find the guy. His like side and hip are like mush. It's like gelatin. He's definitely still jacked in, though the interface is showing like the color code with the blinkies of like, just kind of like the BIOS does on a computer. It's like the blinkies tell you what's going on, and it's like error finding, connection device, error finding connection. Dude's dead. That's right. Why. That's your freaking error is death. It's not finding a solid neural connection because there is no neural connection. So, yeah, so it looks completely drivable. Why they didn't just off and go?
Who knows?
Who knows? They were partying, dudes had to sober up before they could get on the road. Maybe, there's that thing, part of you that's like, oh, the buyer's on their way, type of thing. There's so many possibilities here, but mechanically is not one of them.
I'll just yell out, we still good out here? It's one thing I want to take care of before we try and take this anywhere. Looks like it's serviceable.
Excellent. I mean, everything seems fine out here. I mean, after putting that back on the pit. I'm pretty much just gonna like circle around in the car, just kind of do a perimeter, keep a basic patrol, keep my eye out.
Do we need to call for a driver?
I mean, I think that could be safer.
Or can we hook your car to this truck and
Yeah,
drive the truck?
I'm telling you, there's no possible way that sucker is towing this thing.
No.
Then tow the car with the semi.
Right.
Oh, I see. That is possible.
Oh, you know what? I mean, towing shouldn't be too hard.
So, what Arizona wanted to do was to see if there's a GPS device in this thing and disable it.
Gotcha. All right. Let's do
In case we go anywhere, and we don't necessarily want someone following us there or moving us there.
Fair enough. True story. So
Especially given KK's secondary plan here.
Cool.
Mhm.
So let's
secondary plan.
We're going to basically rip them off.
Not return merchandise to the intended recipient.
Gotcha.
Right.
So go ahead and Arizona, give me an electronics tech roll. That's the basis of what you're looking for. Pardon me?
Electronics is a double, I think. So it's a little bit lower skill level, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
Security systems. Yeah, I have it though.
Gotcha. I'm not sure. Would it be under anything else, you think? Electronic tech seems most reasonable.
I mean, otherwise, possibly land vehicle tech.
But it's not actually the land vehicle he's looking for.
Yeah, one GPS or another GPS, I think, would still probably be electronics.
Okay.
Difficulty?
Let's make it a 13. That's a standard. This is nothing horrible.
I do make it.
You do make it. So yeah, it's not incredibly hard to find if you know what you're looking for. You've probably actually seen like so many vehicles these days are modular and stuff like that, and there's like, oh, it's using the R234X -2 sub dash, and where do you put the miscellaneous devices, and the GPS is a miscellaneous device in this little bracket. Okay, there's something there. I'll say it's about the size of small pack of cigarettes or something like that. Note cards.
Yep. I will rip it out, and you see it come out the window.
Yeah, nice action shot.
And I yell at you. I'm like, can't tell if there's anything in the cargo, but at least they're not going to be following the vehicle.
I'll plan my next set of shots will be driver's door closing and then backing up to getting a shot of the exhaust pipe for when the engine starts.
Nice.
And
I'll take a look at the gear that they have out that they were shooting at.
Yeah.
That's all unrecoverable.
I know, just ascertain what it is.
It's not your area of expertise, but it's definitely some kind of you've probably seen it when you've been at the dock. It's like a bunch of imaging type devices, like the futuristic version of a CT or medical imaging.
Okay.
And that's what most of the inside stuff looks like. Other small devices, but mostly, I mean, if you were to sell us to an aspiring Ripper dock, they'd be in business.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like high end.
Yeah, this is a starter kit. Everything they need to start their own thing with.
Seems like way more than $6,000.
Yeah.
KK is going to go outside and place that GPS tracker inside the clunker car.
Oh, yeah. Why not? Cool. Yeah, it's been upgraded, so yeah, it has a little jack to put it into to power it up. So yeah.
KK being KK.
sowing chaos wherever they might go.
But yeah, no, it should be okay. I'm definitely going to make a point of collecting the weapons that these poor unfortunate souls had.
Fair.
I wouldn't mind a free assault rifle.
Yeah, that's
Right?
totally
Yeah,
serviceable.
That's actually really smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the shotgun that the one guy had, the drunk dude had, is like mashed up at this point. But the pistol from the amped up dude is recoverable. It's a heavy pistol. And the assault rifle is completely, it even has a full freaking mag. So
Okay.
write it down.
Question: in this double cross, are we going
Are
to?
you actually talking to KK at this, or is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
okay?
yeah. KK, I have a question here. In this double cross, are we planning to act as if we're bringing it to them at all, or are we cutting them out of the loop here altogether right now? Because if we're planning to act as if we're going to bring this to them, we probably should bring the GPS device with us and toss it or put it where we want it.
That was actually the final part of the plan, Mr. Huntley. That's why I put the GPS tracker in that car over there.
Okay.
We're going to tell them that they have to pay us to get basically for us to release the vehicle to them, and then we'll tell them that it's right here. And then when they come, they find this piece of crap.
Okay, got it. All right, so we're pretty much cutting them out here, and it'll be a kind of a by the time they get to it, we'll be well out of the area.
Precisely.
All right, thank you. So what's left to do, guys? I'm kind of getting hungry. I'd like to get a slice of pizza.
Soyza, yeah.
As we're all watching, Jason eat pizza.
I am not eating the pizza.
You can just see the aroma, like wafting into your
yeah.
camp.
That's a little mean spirited for a Canadian to do that to us. Funny.
All
All right.
So mean.
Son of
That's
a
cruel.
bitch. So, all right, what do you guys do?
You stand by.
Sure.
I'm waiting for somebody to start the truck, and then I'm gonna hop in. I don't know, wherever it seems safest to ride back.
Lappy says, "Share the wealth, Jason." Jason is not a sharer like that, Lappy.
Well, I haven't mastered digitally sharing pizza yet.
Even if you could, you wouldn't. We know
So
it.
we're gonna moto to tow, be towed.
We're just gonna tow the car then.
Sure. You can.
You can do
It sounds like standard moto gear. So, yeah.
Yeah, and just hook it up to tow, put it in tow mode. I know how to do all that, and then I guess I'm driving the semi.
Yeah. Again, it's not so much a semi as a large cabinet truck
Like a
or
3/4 ton truck.
something like that. Yeah.
So one of those big, moving trucks. So that probably only seats 2 or 3
In the
I
front.
was gonna say, I think I was gonna, probably run to ride in the back.
I guess
With the
you
equipment.
try riding in the back of the truck. You could just ride in car.
That works too.
Whatever you prefer.
All
Car
right.
would be more-
The inside of the inside of the truck has more cover. Just saying. All right, so who's riding where as we're kind of cruising down that
I'll hang back in the
Reclamation
moto
Road? Okay,
in case it needs to.
I'll ride in the truck.
KK's chilling with the cargo in the truck.
cool.
So I'll ride with Mac.
Okay,
All right.
all right, so we're all spread out. Good times. So yeah, you guys, things start up. Mac, again, this is like you were driving rigs like this in preschool equivalent. So this is like nothing new. This is like whatever. This is beginners. Yeah, so it's not a big deal. Again, you see those same scavengers, raiders as you were on the way out, and you look like even more like heavily ready for for trouble than you are on the way in than you're on the way out. So they're not calling you a target.
Mhm.
Yeah, Arizona, it's like, yeah, you with the kind of rig that they have rigged up, you're kind of like, every now and then you kind of feel like the side to side motion as Mac does a quick turn, and like the tow cable is basically catching up. Basically, you may even have to steer just slightly. But I mean, things are together, and you actually see like the raiders kind of that Mac sees intrinsically. You see them kind of get up from their hidey holes and motor on, back the way you came from. Again, probably, if anyone's guessed where they're going, but likely you aren't good pickings, but you probably came somewhere with good pickings. Maybe there's pickings left over. KK. So in the back, you're kind of doing your thing. You're mentally maybe even counting your money or your, whatever, currency of revenge you mentally carry around and dole out and take in. And you actually hear like what's the best way to describe the sound? It's like a wheezing cry. And are you in the dark back there? There's no light.
There's no light, so yes, he's in the dark.
Maybe your
And
agent.
they are in the dark. Oh wait, yeah, agent vote. Flashlight from the agent.
Flashlight. No, that costs extra. You did not get the flashlight thing yet.
No.
Yes. So yeah, he's
It was too
Extra
cheap.
490.
Yeah, that was the extra add-on, like the charger that you don't get for the price of the thing. So, Apple, in the computer, that's Apple. So, yeah, you the sound of, it's like this long let out sound of, I don't know, exhaustion, pain. It's a bunch of different things going on here, but it's like pretty much like, I'd say a couple meters farther into the vehicle than you were. Nobody really inspected this too heavily, so there was there were spots potentially. And yeah, you're hearing. Meanwhile, up front.
So this went pretty well. Looks like this is going to go off without a hitch.
Oh crap!
Well, I mean, it did have a hitch in the end.
Oh God!
Time for a KK
The
to
puns.
become one with the shadows.
There you go. A couple of little meme pictures just for KK.
Oh God! So
also I finally did that logo for the Udo Petro.
We'll have to post that later on the Discord. I definitely want to take a look at that, but I can't right now. So Arizona, yeah, you're kind of just doing the thing. And this is kind of interesting. You're acting almost like a tail gunner for all intents and purposes here. Yeah, you're the rear guard here with communication abilities to everyone up there. So this is actually a pretty smart position, assuming that they don't drop a bomb on you or something. I will say, actually, Arizona, just because Cyberpunk wants you to roll, why don't you give me a perception roll, please?
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, where are all these amazing rolls coming from? It's almost sad. But yeah, I'll say that kind of as you're kind of from your position, you do see kind of off in the distance, like there's roads kind of left, and that's what you guys are generally sticking to, and that's what generally the raiders look at. And there's off the road, and you see what look like a couple incredibly maintained vehicles going the way you just came. Like they are, somebody waxed that shit today. Good.
Yeah, I'll report that. It looks like a couple high rollers going after the salvage we just are driving away with.
Yeah, they're basically a couple Humvees worth of people.
Like if they come back, we're going to be in some deep trouble.
Assuming I'm catching that over the comms.
Yeah, I'm doing it over
I'm going to be trying to pick that up.
Cool. KK, are you still melding with the shadows, or are you doing
Yes,
anything?
he's going to try to find where this person where this noise is coming from.
Okay. So, do you have any low light cybernetics or anything like that, or are you just using the light coming from your agent?
Like just the light coming from the agent, the very weak light.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a perfect thing. It's like I'll even say like maybe your charge is low, so it's like doing that flicker like you know, and you kind of go back. There's equipment. It's kind of strapped in, with these kind of nylon straps to keep it stable. Okay, this is separated from that row of things, and you're kind of going around, and you turn and you see this is this person. It looks like they've been cut up really bad. They're wearing no shirt, and it looks like somebody literally carved names into them, type of thing. And their face is kind of beaten up. There's the one eye swollen shut. Probably their jaw's broken. But it looks like their clothes are not like the radars. This looks nicer. So yeah. What do you do?
KK is actually going to seize the opportunity and gonna come up and just squat down next to this person. Let me guess, you're a corpo.
And they kind of look up at you, and you can tell that they know they're well aware that their freaking jaw is broken. So talking is not on a list of shit they want to do right now. But they look up at you. They would identify as they, because you can tell they're biosculpted to be very neuter, throughout their entire body. You can't tell by the hips, etc. And it's like, so the person is, the blood is caked on them right now. They're definitely they're like, this is like the healing part of the show. This is like they've taken the wounds and they've been stashed back there. You can tell that they're drenched in their own sweat and probably dehydrated beyond, to the verge of death. And they kind of look up to you, and they have these perfect cyber eyes. That cyber eyes are Kurochi's, and you know that because when you look close, you can actually see Kurochi going around the pupil of the cyber eyes, is in a constant slow circle. And those are all the rage of the day, by the way, in the corp sector. And they just kind of look at you, and they're like, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm."
Now, this, you see, you think I would be nervous seeing you back here all hurt, but to me, I know one thing. You're valuable because you've been left alive. And I'm going to be honest with you. You have the worst luck to have been found by me.
You can. So the individual is like, you can tell that again they're working against the pain to make even any intelligible word, but the only thing they can squeak out is reward. And then we'll cut to the front, the two guys up front, Hugh and Mac. What are you guys up to? You're about to enter into Night City, by the way.
How much further do you think we have to go, Mac? Because as soon as those Chrome boys back there figure out we've already got the stuff, they're going to be jamming it back this way.
Yeah. You guys are back to the point where you're in those construction people's houses area right outside of Night City. So you have another 2 or 3 minutes of driving before you're inside.
A place to take this truck? Have you got a station?
Oh, yeah.
Should I quick rent something on over the? Oh, we can't do that.
If you have money, you can rent something.
Well, I was thinking about like an internet-based transaction, but we don't really have that, do we?
You have like localized databases that like people have access to. So
it's basically kind of like internet, but only for within the city.
Well,
Oh,
only within parts of the city. Like this part might have their own little database. This part has their own. This part has their own. This part has their own, and that's the
okay.
entirety of their little internets, if you will.
So with whatever area I'm in, I guess we do the search. Warehouses near me. Pick that one.
Warehouses near me.
Agree on a price. Rent it. And special instructions. Please open the door. We're going to be there in 2 minutes.
Gotcha. They'll charge you for 1 night of storage. Will be €150.
Okay.
And this is a no questions asked type of zone, so you want to get out of there. That's a positive and a negative. They won't ask any questions, but they're out.
Questions about you.
So there's that. But yeah,
KK would like to try to apply some first aid to this poor young man.
Cool. Do it. Let's see here. Wow, I never saw this skill use coming out of KK, to be quite honest, but here we are.
Well, this is KK, not knock. So
yeah,
okay, that's not that bad. 16.
Yeah, let me see what the hell that means. That's the first aid roll you made in this game. Let's see. So yeah, wound states.
Maybe I should have pulled that up before even doing that.
You're fine. I'll say the person is seriously wounded. Let's see what we have here. Oh, here we go. So do you stabilize a target? What did you roll? You rolled a 16?
Yes,
yeah, that would stabilize and give first aid to even a mortally wounded person. That stabilizes them.
nice.
So yeah, they're not dying anymore for the time being.
Perfect.
That's like the best you can really get with the level of care that you guys have. But yeah, so yeah, the thing pulls in. I'll say that you got the extra add-on garage, so that you pull the whole kit and caboodle in, and the door closes behind you. Your transaction's already been processed. €150 is gone, plus a €10 processing fee that was not told to you up front. Shocker.
Of course. Never told us.
All right. We have 10 minutes left. I'll give you guys 5 to do your dealios, and then we'll kind of convene from there. But let's do like a montage of like everybody, not a montage, but so much like everybody's out of the car, everybody's out of the vehicles. You're now with each other, rubbing heads together. What's going on?
What to do with this person?
Discussing the person, the existence of such, etc. What are you guys talking about? What's your story?
Oof. I mean, my next thing would be a whole series of questions, whatever I can get out of this person, their ID.
You said they're stabilized. Is there anything to bring them up better than that?
I would have to consult the instructions on that.
At least Arizona at least has basic paramedic training.
Okay.
Like he actually does have paramedic as a skill, but I think that's more for critical injuries.
Yeah. So let's see here. Fixing the most common injuries. I will get back to you, but it does. There is a part that says I'm stabilized. Now what? And basically, once you're stabilized, you recover hit points on your own just by not being wounded and not.
Stabilizing is the big key.
Yeah, stabilizing for like heavily wounded characters is the key to this. Once you get there, now the body can heal. And again, this is our first. I never thought we'd use first aid, so I'll have to look that up, and next time we'll be prepared for you. But for the purposes of this, we'll say the person is stabilized and as comfortable as they can be made with the limited supplies you have. You are not paramedics, if I recall correctly, or are you? Or is at Arizona?
No, I actually have paramedic skill.
Do you have any paramedic gear?
Not probably what I need.
Okay, I'll say you can get some. Yeah, duct tape. Well, that is magic. And there are
Yeah.
proper applications of it in the medical field, along with crazy glue. But so I'm going to say he's to the point. They're what's that?
And axle grease cleaner.
Axle grease cleaner. Yeah, that'll
Axle,
that'll cauterize a wound. But yeah, the person is to a point where they're stabilized. They're still in bad pain, but you're as
not talking.
they're at the moment they're not talking.
Yeah. So probably the montage I would see is like use the dusty side of the truck to start whiteboarding like what's got to happen next. Like here's our challenges. Here's what we got to do. Here's what we got to deal with. Here's probably the order that we got to deal with it in. So that basically next time we have a plan of action.
I mean, I'd love to offload this equipment as soon as possible.
Call it in. Who do we back to the fencer? Or was that just a notification for the job? The fixer, sorry, not
Yeah.
fencer.
I forget his name.
Fixer can hook us up with a fencer.
Or maybe is this one and the same, who knows?
Or is the fencer, yeah.
What's Mac doing during all this?
Mac is being extremely nice to the person we recovered, making them comfortable, bringing them a blanket, hot drinks. If everybody else is concentrating on interrogating, I'm playing good cop, I guess.
good nomad. Excellent.
Maybe we could have Corked drop a thing out there on the equivalent of Craigslist for corporate as far as fencing off this machinery goes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
What's KK doing during all this?
KK is actually sitting next to the gentleman, and he's just, now I know you said a reward, but you have something more valuable to me. I need information. Tell me everything that's going. Once your jaw feels better, I need you to tell me everything about Damien.
KK, do you think you could be a little less creepy for once?
That's like asking water to not be wet.
Yeah,
Basically.
That's called freezing until it's ice.
Touche. Touche, mon frere.
I have to figure out the angle here on this.
No. And I do actually have a medtech bag, so I have a whole bunch of
medical medtech bag.
Yep. Medical toolkit includes everything from dermal staplers to spray skin applicators to sterile scalpels. All you need to save lives using skill and training.
Do you have paramedic?
No, I still only have first aid, but I have a medtech bag. It was part of my package.
Interesting.
Nice. If you leave that in the vehicle, I can use that to recover critical injuries for you guys.
Oh yeah, it pretty much hangs out in the trunk.
Funny. Yeah. So as you guys, this person is. I'm thinking this person is sitting on the back edge of the truck as it's open. Kind of like that back lip, and you guys are all in the semicircle around them. And again, they're still they're shirtless. Still, you can see apparently the initials of one dude was KJT, etc. carved in them. And they kind of if this was a TV episode, the camera would kind of push closer, so you guys are now out of the camera's range and kind of seeing the person from the bust up, and they kind of look around left to right, panning, and then back, and then they kind of look at the camera and go, and they're able to get out one little word, home. And that's when it closes up, and that's where the actual session ends for the moment. So good job. We took out some. You guys are actually doing a public service for all intents and purposes here. So good job. You're upstanding citizens or something like that. Well, then you stole all the shit. So I mean, it's you gotta. It's a give and take in this world of the Red. So.
I mean,
Cool.
Reclamation
I think
does imply it is owned by someone else.
Or yes, or as in between owners, if you will.
Uh,
I think I've got my angle as far as KK's creepiness and the show being, mainly about these tech reclamations, and that is playing it as if the rest of the crew has no idea that these scenes actually are happening, right? So like we've got all this stuff going on, and every once in a while there's this hidden view, of what KK does that nobody else knows is going on, that type of thing. So.
Cool.
Love it.
So I figure we'll open the next session with whatever Hugh sells and figure out money coming from that, and then we'll kind of I'll decide. We'll have you guys kind of talk it over. We'll decide, do we want to montage the selling of this, or do we want to do scenes and kind of make that the focus of like the next session, or what? We'll talk about that on Discord. So it's not to take up time here. But yeah, I see a lot of possibilities for next session already. Which again will happen not this coming Thursday, but the next one, because I will be on vacation. And I don't want these people playing by themselves unsupervised. So yes.
Unsupervised? Really?
Yes, really.
Come on, Scott. You must trust me more than that.
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, you must trust me more than Knock Knock.
Okay, there's okay, fine. Fair assessment. All right. So
it could just be the musical episode. So
oh god, that would be horrible. Yeah, Lappy's like, don't want your players running amok. Where's your sense of adventure, Scott? Well, my sense of adventure is it's like there's a line. There's a line you don't cross, and that's leaving these people to conjure up their own adventures and stuff. The world would be irreparably broken. So there we are. So awesome session, guys. I'm trying to frame these to places where, again, you're kind of driving the action as you like. However, I'm trying to keep the spotlight going. So I hope everybody felt like they got equal spotlight tonight. I'm really driving for that, and I think this session worked out really well for that. Everybody had a little expertise time, and et cetera, et cetera. So without further ado, we're going to end the session here, and I want to say goodbye to my players. Starting over here, we have Aaron.
Good night.
We have Steve.
Good night.
Jason.
Fare thee well, gentle viewers.
And last but not least, we got Brian. And Brian, tell us where we can find you online.
You can find me on my Twitter at Mr. Nerdy Brian. It'll show up as Nerdy Cephalopod. And then my YouTube, Horror and Dubs. So,
cool.
Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night.
Excellent. So, I am Scott's Case Files, the channel you're watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, all my stuff is in the about below, all my social media links, etc. If you're watching this on YouTube, all that's below too in the links. Please check me out, subscribe, follow, all that kind of good stuff. I just want you to watch these awesome role players in action. And again, the reason the screen is set up like this is because the stars of the show are up here, top billing. So without further ado, I bid all of you a fond farewell. May you be good to each other, may you have fun, and may you go forth and do no harm, and we will see you very soon. Until then, be awesome. Bye for now.